Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Woman, and today we will discuss the topic Pingala's singlehood, from bottomless loneliness to absolute happiness. And this is our offering to all our single friends out there and also friends who are feeling bouts of loneliness. So popular music, movies and TV shows follow protagonists either in satisfying relationships or in their jumping from one relationship to another. And single people surrounded by this media can't help but notice their own lack of a relationship. And they may feel that they will never be happy without one or are falling behind. To others, the lack of a relationship brings up painful feelings of unworthiness and shame because they feel undesirable. These reasons explain only part of the problem. A more basic reason that people feel sorrow in the face of their own singlehood is the yearning, the deep yearning of every human heart to be in a relationship. In the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Pingala, the prostitute, is described as one of the 24 gurus for the Avadhut Brahmana. Pingala was in a similar predicament. Her story begins with what would be a prostitute's typical daily, or more precisely nightly routine. As the evening sets in, Pingala dresses and decorates herself seductively and steps out of her house to attract one of the many men who are going along the road. Like any other woman in her profession, she is looking for a wealthy man who will pay her charges and maybe even give something extra if he turns out to be generous. Yet she is looking for more. She hopes to get not just a customer but a lover who will give her affection and pleasure. Evening turns to night and night to midnight, yet no one approaches her. Perplexed and disappointed and exhausted, she returns to her room to nap, but then she wakes up with a start and rushes out, fearing that she might miss a customer. Or was that person her lover who just passed by? Trying desperately to attract someone, she goes further down the street, but to no avail. And as her hopes of earning on that night dry, her face falls and she becomes very disappointed. She feels extremely lonely and frustrated. And while deeply experiencing those feelings, she has a Eureka Moment. A great sense of detachment awakes within her. And this detachment not only removes her anxiety, but also replaces it with great happiness. She analyzes and verbalizes her epiphany in the form of a celebrated song. Amongst various important realizations Pingala has, she deeply laments her folly in seeking worthless lovers. And we will discuss that one realization today. She comes to the realization that nothing or no person in the world can satisfy her longing for a true relationship and fulfillment except Krishna. She considers her lovers worthless, where she contrasts them with the Lord, who resides right in her own heart and who grants the supreme wealth and the ultimate pleasure. As compared to the one who is waiting to be her eternal lover, all worldly lovers are insignificant. She says in the 11th canto, 8th chapter, 31st verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, I am such a fool that I have given up the service of that person who, being eternally situated within my heart, is actually most dear to me. That most dear one is the Lord of the universe, who is the bestower of real love and happiness and the source of all prosperity. Although he is in my own heart, I have completely neglected him. Instead, I have ignorantly served insignificant men who can never satisfy my real desires and who have simply brought me unhappiness, fear, anxiety, lamentation, and illusion. She laments that instead of striving to please such a wonderful Lord, she has struggled in vain to please those who are themselves tormented by lust and greed and are therefore pitiable. And lest any attraction still remain in her heart for worldly lovers, she rejects them by asking rhetorically that even the best of them, to the level of gods, are temporary. What pleasure can they offer to their wives? So while we pray to Krishna for the right suitor to be a confidential friend in our Krishna consciousness, we can appreciate the gift of loneliness that singlehood bestows upon us. Allow your feelings of longing, loneliness, and resulting frustration to cut you deep. Deeply feel how bottomless loneliness feels and how you don't like feeling lonely. Deeply feeling like that will only make you stronger in your search for the real, the only person who could fill that bottomless pit. Bodily relationships, satisfaction from mundane material achievement, and all other things satisfy the wants of various bodily designations, but do not satisfy the need of the soul. Deeply feeling the bottomless nature of our loneliness and frustration, just like Pingala did, will make us turn to Krishna with greater determination and love. Like Pingala, accept the gift that your bottomless loneliness bestows upon you, of going closer to Krishna and becoming absolutely happy. We at Bhakti Women wish you the very best in your going deeper in your relationship with Krishna, and also in the answering of your prayers to find your marriage partner in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.